Biocamel.
Yeah. I've always wanted to visit Lithuania. There was a novel that was mentioning about Lithuania, and I always has this fantasy of the country.
Yes, I'm at the Lithuanian Ambassador's residence.
So I was very glad the embassy was established last year.
Believe I am also very happy to do that.
And this is the first ambassador of Lithuania to Korea.
Old embassy.
The Embassy of Lithuania to Korea opened in Seoul in October 2021. Thankfully, the first Lithuanian ambassador contacted us to say he wanted to appear on our program.
So shall we talk about the topic?
And one of sectors I see for where Lithuania and Korea has huge potential to cooperate is biotechnologies.
Biotech was an area that was not expected.
Monday morning we are going to Incheon and we'll visit one bio company, Korean company, which already cooperate with Lithuania.
The ambassador made a surprise suggestion. He was to hold a meeting with the biopharmaceutical firm in Incheon with the head of Invest Lithuania. He invited us to the meeting.
I think we can do that. So maybe can we?
I confirm that
Yeah.
you will come
Of
back.
course, I said yes. So, we're headed to Incheon.
저희 이제 대사관만 가던 거에서 대사관을 넘어서 관절 넘어서 또 이렇게 장소를 확장시키고 그러다 보면 프로그램도 확장이 되고 그러다 보면 또 해외도 가게 되고. 우와, phong 되게 좋다. 이거 말고 저 얼간탄. 맞아요. 여기요.
We finally arrived at today's destination.
세상이 벌써 오셨구나. 여러분, 그럼 지금 회사에 들어가 보겠습니다. 안녕하세요. 감사합니다. 안녕하세요.
Although we entered in the middle of the meeting, everyone greeted us
저희
warmly.
좀 찍어도 될까요?
지금요?
얘기하시는 거?
네네네.
네, 감사합니다.
Enphage is a venture company specializing in CRISPR, gene editing technology that corrects genes that cause genetic diseases. This company is currently cooperating with a Lithuanian company and is planning on establishing a subsidiary there. Today's meeting was to explain in detail what kind of benefits this company can receive if it establishes an office in Lithuania.
So if you patent the technology in Lithuania and then commercialize a service or product out of it, you will need to pay only 5% corporate profit tax in Lithuania, which is the lowest in Europe.
Then can provide you really, as they call, 5 stars level service.
Yeah.
Lithuania is number one in the EU on the number of females doing R&D.
Okay.
So it's more than, 51% of all researchers are ladies.
Ladies. In here, we almost 70% are ladies. So.
Really?
The meeting ended in a lively atmosphere. Thanks to the ambassador today, I had the rare opportunity to see actual business taking place.
And you are exactly an example.
Yeah.
How with knowledge, with experience, we can make things change.
Yeah.
대표님 혹시 저희 인터뷰도 가능하신가요?
예, 그러니까 언제 하나?
오늘 괜찮으세요? 근데 바쁘시죠 지금 식사하시고.
지금은 이분들 모시고 다녀야 돼가지고.
다른 날 한번 올까요? 그럼
그런 것도
차라리.
괜찮고. 예.
Thankfully, we were able to speak with the ambassador briefly after the meeting.
So why do you have this special interest in this specific company?
This company cooperates with Professor Shikshnis, who is well-known, globally known professor, and he invented cell therapy technology, which is used by Enphage company here in Korea.
Virginius Sixnis is a Lithuanian biochemist and a professor at Vilnius University, who was one of the first to design CRISPR-Cas9 that is capable of precisely recognizing and coding nucleotide sequences. It is known that he obtained research results similar to Doudna and Charpentier's research results that won the 2020 Nobel Prize in Chemistry earlier.
And cooperating with Professor Sixnis, they are going to create joint venture in Vilnius and to continue research, scientific research together, which could, outcome of those scientific research could become game changer in therapy of illness for humans, for animals, and for plants.
So, how do you think the meeting went?
Even better than I could expect. Actually, now we are talking about do or not to do, but how quickly.
So thank you for inviting me today.
I hope you
But I have many more questions, but we'll meet again later.
Yeah.
I had more questions about cooperation in the bioindustry, but we decided to talk more with the ambassador at his residence at a later date. And I met the CEO of Ensage again.
어떻게 처음에 이제 리투아니아와 연을 맺게 되셨는지.
네. 리투아니아의 아마 대표적인 대학일 텐데 빌니우스 대학이라고 바이오 엔지니어링이라는 생화학 쪽이 되게 강하신데 거기 계시는 교수님 중에 한 분이 식스니스 교수님이라고 계시고 그분이 유전자 가위의 세계적인 대가세요. 그래서 이제 저희가 여기 대사관이 열리기도 전부터 학문적인 어떤 그 니드가 서로 맞아가지고
Genome editing technology, represented by geneticscissors, is a technology that can change the genetic information of living organisms as desired by recognizing, coding, or modifying specific DNA in human and animal genomes. It has emerged as an innovative technology that can solve human problems such as disease, food, and energy problems.
지금 저희는 이제 원천 기술을 가지고 있습니다. 저희가 그래서 저희가 가지고 있는 유전자 가위들, 특히 진단에 활용이 될 수 있는 좋은 것들이 있고 또 리투아니아 쪽에서는 그거를 진단 쪽으로 활용할 수 있는 좋은 기술들이 많으세요. 그래서 저희가 만들려고 하는 그 새로운 법인은 이제 그 사람과 동물들에서 가장 그 빨리 퍼지면서 위중한 그런 질병을 빠른 시간 내에 정확하게 진단하는 진단제 개발을 목표로 하고 있는 단계입니다.
그 이제 리투아니아 그 업체에서도 여기 엔세이지를 그 선택한 이유가 있을 텐데 그거는 어떤 이유 때문에 선택을 하셨다고 보시나요?
제 생각에 한 두세 가지가 떠오르는데요. 첫째는 저희가 가지고 있는 원천 기술 또 거기서 확장되는 단백질까지 연계되는 기술이 저희가 한국 쪽이 되게 셉니다. 두 번째는 한국은 바이오 기업들이 대기업하고의 연계관계 같은 게 되게 좋죠. 그래서 확장성을 생각하면 우리나라를 선택하고 우리가 가지고 있는 확장성, 그쪽에 가지고 있는 원천 기술의 또 그런 부분들, 또 EU 마켓으로 나가는 이러한 장점들을 쓰게 되면, 활용하게 되면은 시너지는 아주 높을 걸로 저는 생각하고 있고. 예를 들면은
This interview answered a lot of questions I had. Before I meet the ambassador again, I thought I should learn about Lithuania more. So, I asked Tuk Tuk for help.
톡톡님, 저 왔어요. PT 준비 다 끝났어요?
Of course.
그럼 준비하시고 먼저 볼까요?
Yes. We need to turn off the lights.
알겠습니다. 감독님 불 좀 꺼주세요.
Okay. Talks presentation on Lithuania will begin now. Lithuania is one of the 3 Baltic states which borders Belarus to the east and south, the Baltic Sea to the west, Russia's Kaliningrad and Poland to the south, and Latvia to the north. Lithuania has a painful history of being occupied by Russia and Nazi Germany. It declared independence in March 1990, joined the United Nations in 1991 and joined NATO and the EU in 2004. Lithuania is a country with beautiful cities and natural scenery. That's why there are so many things to see. There is the Vilnius Historic Center, which still maintains the medieval atmosphere, the Kirinayan Spit, which has a history of 5,000 years, and the Kernov archaeological site that shows the history of human habitation from tens of thousands of years ago. The Struve geodetic arc that stretches through 10 European countries was selected as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. That's the end of my presentation. Was it helpful for you?
This time, we visited the Lithuanian Ambassador's residence.
Hello,
Welcome
Ambassador.
to Lithuanian residence.
Labas.
Labas. 안녕하세요.
Kaip tau sekasi?
Puikiai. Perfect.
I've learned some Lithuanian language before.
It's not easy to learn. Please come
I
in.
tried. Wow. Last time I was here, there weren't this many pictures and items.
Yeah, that's why I asked you to put the end of the year as our interview, because we needed to install our residence. We just I am new ambassador, just arrived almost.
하나, 둘, 셋.
It is now time for the interview.
Okay, Ambassador. So we last met in Incheon, and after the meeting, I researched a lot about Lithuania's bioindustry, and I also remember that you were saying that Lithuania is a bioindustry powerhouse.
Yeah.
So can you explain more about that?
2020, Lithuania celebrated 50 years anniversary of our biotechnological sciences. In 1970s, 5 different factories, biotech factories were constructed in Soviet Union. One of them in Vilnius, and this one became the first operational in Soviet Union. So we have long history, more than 50 years of biotech. And when it comes to powerhouse, actually, for creating the industry or cluster, you need 3 conditions. One is science. We have universities which work on biotechnologies, on life sciences. We have pool of talents. We have professors, and one of the superstars is Virgilijus Šikšnys, who discovered or invented a specific nano tool on DNA editing. Second, a condition you need for making powerhouse is commercialization of science. We do have companies, number of them. We have ecosystem of startups working in this sector. I mentioned Professor Šikšnys. His startup, Kaizam, is one of the leading companies globally in DNA editing. And third condition, you need to have government which can create positive conditions for science and for business. And we believe that we have unbeaten conditions for investors to invest in the sector. For your knowledge, for big investment. Big investment means at least 30 million euros and at least 200 working places created. Company, foreign investor can get 20 years, 0 corporate tax. That is unique incentive we can offer to investor, but there are more. When it combines everything, knowledge, business, and political will, you can create, let's say, regional hub in any sector. But in our case, we have this competences in biotechnologies.
Biotechnology is one of Lithuania's fastest growing industries. As of 2021, the biotech industry accounts for 2.5% of Lithuania's GDP, and it's growing at an annual rate of 22%. The Lithuanian government aims to double the biotech industry's contribution to GDP by 2030. More specifically, the industry's revenue has increased from 230 million euros in 2010 to 2 billion euros in 2020. 90% of the output of Lithuania's life sciences industry is exported. The US, Germany, and France are among its more than 100 export destinations. Looking at the size of the workforce, there are around 600 biotech companies in Lithuania, and these companies employ around 7,500 people. The government attributes the development of Lithuania's biotech industry to its academic excellence in molecular biology and genetics, and its talented experts recognized worldwide. And also the fact that Lithuania was able to build a solid research and experimentation infrastructure. The government provides life science companies with a range of benefits, such as attractive financial incentives and support that enables their businesses to operate smoothly.
I found out that there was an MOU signing ceremony between Korea and Lithuania on the biotechnology, right? Can you tell us more about
That's
this?
Correct. To dance tango, you need a partner. You cannot do it alone. In this case, signing MOU between two biotech associations means that we are equal partners. Both sides take commitment to share information, to together look for possibilities for cooperation, to provide businesses with information about opportunities that another party could offer. And for us, it was important to sign this MOU with Korea, which is a leading nation in the in this sector. Also, for us, it was important to send a message to Korean science and business that we are a competitive partner and we can offer good conditions or good ideas, good opportunities for Korean business and science working in the sector to work in Lithuania or with Lithuania. And one of the examples I would like to underline that every 2 years we have biannual event called Life Science Baltics, which is one, I think, the second largest in Europe and only in our region, dedicated especially for life sciences.
Life Sciences Baltics is the only international forum in the Baltic states that brings together world-class experts in biotechnology, pharmaceuticals, and medical devices from around the world. Hosted by Enterprise Lithuania, Life Sciences Baltics provides new networking opportunities by bringing together leaders in the life sciences, aiming to reveal the potential of the Baltic states in this field. First held in 2012, the forum is held biannually, and in 2018, 1,900 people participated from 43 countries. The 2020 forum was postponed due to COVID-19 and was held digitally in 2021. Life Sciences Baltics 2023 will be held for 2 days from September 20th to the 21st in Vilnius, Lithuania.
And we hope that with signing of MOU, Korea will participate in September next event with national pavilion or national stand. That would be big impetus for both developing our bilateral cooperation on the sector and also offering possibilities for Korean business to enter EU using Lithuania as a platform. We have knowledge, we have talent pool, we have business, we have ecosystem, and we have good conditions to do business in Lithuania and with Lithuania, including clinical trials. Being a member of EU, we under regulation of European Medical Agency. At the same time, we have agreement with Food and Drug Administration of the United States that all clinical trials conducted in Lithuania are according to requirements of FMA and FDA. For companies which want to enter European or American business, Lithuania is the best platform to do that. Very much advanced technologies which can be used by Korean companies. And Korea has a lot of edge-cutting technologies which they want to bring to Europe. We as a platform, how Korean companies could enter European market.
So what are your thoughts on Korea's bio industry?
Korea is one of the leading countries in the world on biotech. And Korea is paving the way for all the world how this sector should be developed and which direction should go.
The Korean bio-industry has grown rapidly, with new opportunities arising in biosimilars, explosive growth in the medical device field due to COVID-19 and its variants, and Korea's rise as a hub for contract manufacturing organization making biopharmaceuticals. According to data from the Ministry of Trade, Industry and Energy and Korea Bio, the production volume of Korea's bio-industry in 2021 was worth around 21 trillion won, showing steady growth of more than 20% from the year before. Of the industry's production volume, biopharmaceuticals take up the largest portion, followed by biomedical devices. Looking at exports, due to increases in exports of in vitro diagnostics devices, or IVDs, like COVID-19 diagnostic kits, biomedical devices accounted for the largest portion of total exports. Also, investment in the bio-industry, which has shown an average growth rate of 8.5% over the past 5 years, surpassed 3 trillion won, or about $2.4 billion in 2021. The government says the bio-industry achieved a big leap forward in 2021, with production volume reaching a new all-time high thanks to its preemptive response to COVID-19.
And I see very bright future of Korean biotech industry, but even having all capacities or this potential you have, you could need partners, and we're ready to be there.
Let's talk more about our diplomatic relations. And I know that the Embassy of Lithuania was established after 30 years of our bilateral ties. So
how did the embassy open?
At this point.
Embassy is a reflection of interest. And I think it took some time for both our countries to reach the level of cooperation, of demand from business, from culture, from science, from people, that, okay, we already feel and see this demand from our publics, from our societies. We need to establish diplomatic mission in Seoul. And current government, which took office 2 years ago, declared as one of priorities on foreign policy Indo-Pacific region, as a priority. We are a member of EU, we are a member of NATO, and we are a responsible member of international community. Peace, stability, rules-based international order is our vital national interest. That's why our interest to Indo-Pacific are based on our economic interest, but as well on security and foreign policy interest. Not just Seoul, we opened embassy. We opened embassy in Canberra, we opened embassy in Singapore, we opened our trade office in Taipei during 2 years. And it's really a very strong message of our government that we are coming to the region with long-standing interest. And we are ready to be trustworthy partner for the countries of this region. And taking this opportunity, I would express my wish, my personal wish, and my government's wish, that very soon Korea will open embassy in Vilnius as well. That would be also good incentive for booming our cooperation.
I really wanted to ask you this question. You're the first Lithuanian ambassador to Korea. How does it feel?
It's quite frequent question I hear, and it's not easy answer. One is very obvious, that is pride. Second part is huge responsibility. Government declared, our government, that Indo-Pacific is our interest, and Korea among key partners in the region. We have huge demand. We see huge demand from our business, from our universities, from our culture, for more cooperation with Korea, and they look at an embassy as institution which can help and must help. And third part is opportunity. we have a lot of opportunities, and those opportunities must be used. And that is opportunity for me as well, as an ambassador, to prove that the decision, political decision by government to open the embassy in Seoul was really based on demand.
Okay, so Ambassador, lastly, is there one message that you'd like to convey to our viewers through this interview?
When you look to the map, we are almost on different parts of the world. After my arrival to Korea, I can say that we are much, much closer. Our histories never crossed, almost never. But when we look very in parallel, our way to democracy went through dictatorships, through occupations. Our economies are based on exports. We open markets. And that makes us much closer than it could seem from the first sight. Even beginning of January to this.
Although we are far apart physically, Lithuania has many similarities with Korea. Through my conversation with the ambassador, I discovered that Lithuania could be a good partner that can be of strength to Korea. And I decided to write down everything I felt during the interview today.
We have one of our key food exports is Lithuanian beer.
Oh, I'll try this too. I was wondering.
No, it's not easy.